I'd like to welcome to the podium at this time from Virginia Tech, Justin Fuente. Justin will spend a few minutes with us to say hello, and then we'll rotate his student athletes in and out, and we'll get started.
Thank you. It is an honor to be back here this year to share the stage with fantastic coaches and student athletes that represent their institution so well. I'd like to just briefly thank our president, Dr. Timothy Sands, our athletic director, Whit Babcock, for their trust in me to head up the Virginia Tech football program. I know it means a lot to so very many people, and their trust in me is not lost. I certainly appreciate that. I also want to thank Coach Frank Beamer for his role in this transition that we've gone through. I really hope and believe that there's a chance to be a model for transitions in the future. He's just been incredibly supportive of me and our staff and our kids, and I just can't say enough good things about Coach. It's an exciting time at Virginia Tech. We've got many things going on from the administrative side, our facility renovations with our new team room and some other projects Whit and his staff have going on, to our Drive for 25, which is, to all the Hokies out there, the single best way to help Virginia Tech and the athletic department and the place that you truly do love, to what our kids are doing in the classroom and in the community. I'm awfully proud of our young men, a couple of which you'll get to hear from here shortly. We said goodbye to our seniors, fantastic senior class that helped us through this transition. And as we turn to 2017, we get to welcome our entire staff back, led by Bud Foster, the best defensive coordinator in all of America. Brad Cornelson, our offensive coordinator, who I truly believe is a rising star in this business. And the rest of our assistant coaches. I think that's a product of Whit and his dedication to building a first-class program, and our guys' belief in Virginia Tech and desire to stay home. We've got 14 seniors this year. Two very deserving young men are here. Andrew Matuapuaka, our starting linebacker, and Cam Phillips. We have several other seniors that deserve to be here, but I really felt like these two guys from both sides of the ball have really earned their stripes, and I think we'll do a great job. Despite how Cam's dressed, they'll do a great job representing our university. But with that being said, I'm looking forward to answering y'all's questions, and I know you're looking forward to hearing from our kids.
Coach, you brought up Bud Foster and call him the best coordinator in America. Just what you can say about learning daily from him and just what he's meant to your career and what he means to you on and off the field.
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is he's a true professional. Comes to work every single day with a quest of teaching and mentoring young men and ultimately putting the best defensive product out there on the field. It's great to have that resource. It's great to have someone on staff that understands things that have happened at Virginia Tech in the past. And I just really enjoyed it. I mean, there's a lot of people I'm sure that have talked about this transition and how is it going to work and all that sort of stuff. And it doesn't work unless people are professional. It doesn't work unless they conduct themselves in a professional manner. And a large reason for how smooth this has been Bud and his professionalism and his excitement and love for Virginia Tech. And I've just really enjoyed the past year and a half.
Coach, the camera platform in the back, hand in the air.
Hey, Coach, Mark Larson, Spectrum News, Syracuse. Gerard Evans meant so much to your team, running the football, passing it, and you've got a lot of kind of new young guys competing, I guess, for his job. So do you change? How much do things change, or you expect to try to get the same production out of the next guy up?
Well, we'll see. You know, we've obviously got an open competition there at quarterback, 3 very capable candidates. I really believe that the offense has got to fit the quarterback and whatever his skill set was. I think Brad Cornelson did a fantastic job last year of twisting and turning the offense to fit Gerard's skill set, and in turn it was very, very productive. I've said this before. I'm sure the local Virginia media will probably roll their eyes when I say this, but I believe it. The biggest thing for us is the supporting cast in terms of the other wide receivers and getting some more production out of our running back position as we move forward, so that whoever does play quarterback has a chance to be productive.
Coach, to your right, second row with Bob Holliday.
Coach, you talked about more production out of your running backs. Gerard, of course, was your leading rusher by quite a bit last year. That's happened a lot in Blacksburg, in the Logan Thomas era particularly. Virginia Tech's top championship teams, of course, in the Frank Beam era featured great running backs. What is it going to take to get Virginia Tech back to the days of pounding the ball and using the other elements of your offense as well?
Well, the first thing I would say is I don't really care who runs the ball. I don't care if it's the running backs or the wide receivers or the quarterback, but we do have to be able to run the ball. There's no substitute for that. So we were able to rush the football. It just came in a different manner. And we had a 240-pound quarterback that was really effective and had some toughness and did a good job with it. So, for us is making sure we do find a way to run the ball and then find a way to make big plays out of the passing game. So I think you'll see us continue to find a guy that we feel good about running the football. I think continuing to find some guys on the perimeter that we like handing or pitching or flipping the ball to continue to manufacture ways to run it.
Coach, your next 2 questions will come from the camera pit in the very back.
How you doing, Coach? Mitch Brown from WTKR in Norfolk. You guys invite Old Dominion into Blacksburg this season for the first time. You spent a lot of time in Hampton Roads, though, over the past year or two. Can you just talk, have you taken note of Old Dominion and what they offer? I mean, they just won their first bowl game this past season, but have you seen how they play or the landscape of their team this coming season?
Absolutely. Can't say enough about their program and the job that they've done there. They have our full attention. I know we've got games before that, but they've got our full respect, and we'll have to have a great week in preparation. But I certainly have taken notice in the quality of football and that Old Dominion's put out. I watched their bowl game and really believe that they've got something going there.
Hi, Coach. Dave Walls, WSET in Lynchburg. Talk to me for a minute, if you could, about goals and how you measure success. Obviously, Tech had a fantastic year with the wins, the bowl game win, but look at the long-term picture. What are your goals as far as long-term? Do you consider last year a success in your eyes, and what do you have to do to meet your goals this year and moving forward?
Well, I probably think of things differently. I mean, our long-term mission is return Virginia Tech back to the top of the ACC. I mean, that's our goal. I mean, but to me, it's about the process, and it's about are we going about the process that's been proven over time that leads to our improvement. So, as far as what we're trying to obtain, we're trying to obtain perfection in our preparation, which will give us the opportunity to win the ball game. And it doesn't guarantee that we will win. It doesn't guarantee that we'll win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 games. It doesn't guarantee anything. It just guarantees that we only have the opportunity if we're willing to put forth this dedication, this discipline level on a daily basis. So that's how we tend to measure these things, is that are we giving ourselves this chance for success on a weekly on a weekly basis. And, you know, the ultimate number of wins and all that sort of stuff, I understand it's important and it is a measuring tool, but it's not the only one. You know, my first year at Memphis, we had to use a different measuring tool to determine if we were improving. And each year is different, each team is different, and as we move forward, for us, it's all about focusing on the process and making sure we're giving ourselves a chance.
Coach, follow the aisle to your left about the 6th row.
Hey, Coach, Josh Barcel, College Football Country. Last season, it seemed like the highs were really high and the lows were really low. I mean, you go from dominating North Carolina and then the Syracuse game and then beating Miami. Obviously, the Belk Bowl, the Notre Dame game. What do you think contributed to that inconsistency, and is that anything that you were trying to emphasize over the course of the spring and this going into this season?
Well, I think, first of all, our margin for error wasn't that great. It didn't matter who we were playing. We weren't overly talented or so talented that we could not play well and have a chance to win, regardless of the opponent. It just didn't matter. But second of all, I thought we were incredibly resilient. We were remarkably tough-minded and had the ability to bounce back when in bad situations. So going back and looking through it and thinking about our team, and you know, we just there's some teams out there that are so talented they can not play their best and still win, sometimes win comfortably. For us, that wasn't the case. We had a very thin margin for error, and if we were just off a little bit, it showed dramatically, and when we were right on, it gave us a chance. But the thing I thought, the most endearing quality of our guys, I thought, was the thing that we could learn was they were battlers. I mean, they were never down, never out. I mean, the ACC championship game, everybody talks about the comeback victories. We were down 17 twice to Notre Dame. We were down 24 at half to Arkansas. But, you know, Clemson was poised to blow our doors off too, about halfway through whatever that was, the first quarter or whatever. And our guys buckled down and battled and scrapped, and ultimately we had a chance at the end.
Other questions for Coach from the floor? Coach, I'll ask the last one here from the podium. Tell us about your impressions of what is now your home field advantage at Lane Stadium. What type of impressions did that game day environment make on you?
Just a fantastic example of college football. Our fans don't just fill the seats. You know, I've been places and been either on the road or as a home team where fans come to be entertained. Our fans come to participate, to actively help us try and win a football game. And it's just a fantastic example of school pride, of camaraderie, of tradition, something I'm awfully proud to be a part of. And you can almost see it even better on the road when you watch our fans travel to road venues and the numbers they turn out and how vocal they are. It's really something special to be a part of.